Testing, testing. We're live, baby. We are live. We're live, baby. This is what we got so far. I've already done my pre-market analysis. This is what I'm looking at. So just mark down a few levels that I definitely want to gauge. I want to gauge price as we reach these levels. 30-minute supply. We've got 30-minute supply. We've rejected this level once already. Well, not just once, but a few times. So from 41.73 up to 41.80, I do expect some resistance there. The next zone after that would be 41.90, and then to the downside, I'm looking at this 1 hour demand zone, which we bounced off of it very nicely this morning, and we're now making higher. That would have been a beautiful play here. What's going on, Cam? Yeah, so these are just a few levels that I'm gauging right now, dude. 30-minute supply here. 30-minute supply from like 41.73 up to like 41.80. I do expect some resistance there. So I'm a little hesitant about going long here, but we do have a really nice uptrend right now. If we look here in the smaller time frames, very nice uptrend ever since we hit this zone here. This is a 1 hour demand zone, but if we dial down, that's where this is where we see a transition of control here. This is where buyers took over sellers, so very nice test there. But like I said, I do expect some resistance up here. Now, looking at the downside, I'd want price to break below this 41.57 level, and maybe we can test, these lower levels, 41.35. 41.14. These are just levels that I'm gauging. But we could potentially have a breakdown here as we reach this 41.73. If we can have a strong rejection there, maybe we could the market could present an opportunity to go short. So just a few levels to gauge here. Looking at the higher time frames here, I mean, we have this almost looks like a retracement to me. A retracement to this original downtrend, and I don't use this too often, but let's see if this gives us any additional information. So check this out. So this is like the golden zone here, from 50% up to like 78. This is like the golden zone. As you can tell, we're reaching that 50% retracement. We're testing it. And as you can probably tell, we've been rejecting it quite a few times already. Once here, a couple times here, a couple times here. Though again, I'm not a big fan of the Fibonacci retracement, but It just provides additional information. I have seen it work, right? It's not something that I would use solely just to trade off of, but it's a good tool. So we're testing these highs here, and I'm already seeing sellers stepping in. So we could potentially have an opportunity here as we break past this level, 41.66 up to like 41.88. That would be nice. I see that opposing zone, very strong selling. The only issue is, I mean, momentum is clearly strong to the upside. We got 5 minutes till the open. So, still plenty of time. So that opposing there is being broken down. Yeah, let's see if price can get below that 41.66 level. That'll let us know that there's sellers here. 41.66. The next area of interest would be 41.61. And then after that, we have quite a few areas of support here. This is one, this is one. A lot of obstacles here. So, I mean, we can either wait, we can either speculate that price is going to break past these zones if sellers are strong enough, or we can just wait until we get below this 1 hour demand zone. All right, we got 2 minutes till the open. Let's get to it. Let's have a good day today, man. Yesterday was rough, but I'm aiming for a good day today. Whether I lose money or make money, I'm gonna just follow my plan I want to look here in the 15-minute. let's pay attention to that range. I know that's what you like. That's what you're looking for right here. Are we looking for a breakdown below this? 41.65. That's kind of similar to what I'm looking at. Just at a lower time frame. That's exactly what I'm looking at too, just to break down below these levels. I'm not looking to get in right now, neither to the upside or the downside. I don't like the prior candles, the last few candles that were formed before the market opened. Very choppy. So we've been uptrending like this last hour. We've just been uptrending, making higher highs. Very nice uptrend. Now the only thing stopping me from getting in is, like I said, we have a lot of resistance up here. From like 41.73 up to 41.80, I do expect a breakdown. So if we can see some strong selling in these levels and then have a key level where we can confirm once it breaks below it, we can confirm that sellers are strong. That's where I'd look to get in. But right now, it's a little too early for me. We have a lot of resistance down here. I mean, a lot of resistance up here. 41.70 is also psych level. The level that I'm really looking at is starts from like 41.78 up to like 41.81. I do expect some sellers to be there. I just want to see how price reacts. I want to see how price reacts once we get there. But I'm already seeing some selling stepping in. If we can get below 41.66, or let's call it 41.65, this is what I'm looking at. This level here, if we can get below that, I'd be interested in going short. That's that zone that I want price to break. So that by definition is a demand zone, but demand and supply zones, it doesn't matter. They're meant to be broken. And I've noticed when they are broken, we see the most aggressive moves. Because it puts the participants underwater, right? So buyers are trying to hold up this level, but if they can, they're going to have to sell to cover. And vice versa. If we have a supply zone that sellers are defending, but buyers break through it, those sellers are going to have to buy to cover. So those breakup zones fuel the biggest moves from what I've noticed. So pretty strong rejection up here at this 41.76. Pretty strong rejection. Again, I think we're gonna find some resistance at this 41.77 level. I've marked it down here. From here up to like 41.81, I think we could see some resistance there. Look, that's the same thing. It once used to be a demand zone. Sellers stepped in aggressively. Immediate retest. It's been tested quite a few times. But I think sellers are strong here. See what price does here. And just look at the tape, dude. Look at all these sellers. I'm not saying we can't break past it, but it's just something to be cautious about. Increasing volume. This is very bullish if we get above it. Hey, these zones are meant to be broken. That 4180. Let's see if we can get above that. There it is. It cracked. Very nice move so far. Man, with this strength, I think we might be able to get to that 4190. 4190 supply. And I want to play this to the upside. I just don't have an entry just yet. If maybe we can get above 41.86, 41.86, I'd be interested in going long. I'm okay with this pullback here. If we can see a little pullback and then some buyers defending these lows here, then get above that 41.86. It all depends how it reacts as we get up to 41.86. If we can see some really strong volume, no hesitation from buyers, and that would give me the green light to get in. I wouldn't want to go. I wouldn't want to go short, personally. I mean, buyers are pretty strong right now, so do your thing, Cam. You've been trading better than I have this week, so if you see something that I don't, I want to see how 4180 reacts. If we get below that, if we get below 4180, 4175, then I think sellers might be a little stronger than buyers at that point. We're above that 4186. I just don't want to see a rejection here. Actually, it's not 4186. It's 4187. My bad. Yeah, if sellers step in aggressively here, I'm gonna invalidate this trade. Volume has died down. If you notice, volume just keeps lowering and lowering. Let's see. It looks like a lot of buyers are taking profits up here, exiting their positions after that nice little rally. I'm not really interested in playing long here. Strong selling. All right, let's see. Yeah, 4180. Like I said, that was going to be a level. A very important level there. I know this is making higher highs, but my setup was invalidated as, as priced this. I didn't like the way price was reacting before this higher high, so I'm gonna just keep waiting. Plus, we still have this 4190 level that could act as supply here. You want to look at NQ? Sure, we can do that. We can look at NQ. All right, well, similar story here. I mean, both of these should be correlated. So what you see on ES, most likely you'll see on the NASDAQ. Not unless we have like a divergence or something, but let's see here, 1 hour time frame. Why can't I go back? NQ just keeps making higher highs, dude. I mean, I'd have to go, who knows how far back I'd have to go to see if there's any levels of supply or resistance up here. But I mean, we're close to hitting a psychological level, 14,200, 14,200. If we look here at the lower time frames, So I wouldn't want to long. I wouldn't want to go long at these highs. If we could see a breakdown maybe below this level here, I mean, but I don't really trade the NQ. I've noticed it's a little, I mean, obviously it's different than the ES, but my levels aren't really respected here in the NQ. It acts a little differently. I've tried trading this, I've tried to do analysis with this, and the levels aren't respected the same way they are on ES. Like, this is a perfect example here. This was one of the levels that actually held up before that run up. It held up on ES, but here on NASDAQ it didn't. So this was the level here at on ES, I mean on NASDAQ, but it's the same one that you'll find on ES, right? So we broke past that level aggressively, but this one came down a little lower. Look how that wick broke below the level, right? But on ES, if we go back to ES, look how it respected it there. Right, we broke past that same level. We came down, immediate retest, and it respected the level here. NASDAQ, it didn't. I'm gonna just go back one more time, just in case you missed it. On NASDAQ, this candle broke past it aggressively, just like ES, but when we came down for the immediate retest, it came lower, came all the way down here, instead of respecting this level. So that's one of the things that I've noticed with NQ is it behaves a little differently. So that's one of the reasons I gauge NQ. I mean, but I don't really look at it, honestly. Pretty strong rejection up here at this 4190 level. Now this was a level that I was looking at. I was just being overly cautious about the resistance that I mentioned, but we just munched through that liquidity. I didn't expect for us to have a run up like this, but it is what it is. This would have been a really nice play here, from 41.71 down to 41.68. Like I said, we had that immediate retest, something that we don't see on NQ. We have that immediate retest, 41.71 up to 41.90. Like I said, I think a lot of the buyers here are taking profits off the table here. That's why we're having a hard time finding this continuation. $41.91 just cracked. Man, this thing's running up. I don't have an entry here. I don't have an entry. I wish I did, but I just I can go long here, but I don't know where my stop loss would go. I don't know where my entry would be at. And then on top of that, I'd just be longing the highs, which normally doesn't go well. All right, well, it looks like we're finding some acceptance above these levels. Had it been a false breakout, I think we would have already been below 41.90, but it looks like we're holding pretty well. Again, I don't have an entry. All aboard. If we get below 41.87, then I expect us to make lower lows here. 41.87. 41.87 has to hold if we want to make higher highs. If we break below that, then the next level of support would be 41.81, which has been tested quite a few times. It just really depends. If sellers step in aggressively, we could potentially make lower lows here, but 41.87 has to crack first. And all I'm doing is going based off trend structure here. Right? So if we dial down to the 1 minute, all I'm doing is I'm looking at these breakout points. Right, so we broke past this higher high here, and we made a higher high. We broke past it. So now what I'm looking at is this level here. This has to hold. And how do I know this is a level of interest? Well, this is where these additional clues come in right here. Look how these candles rejected. Rejected once, rejected twice, and then we broke past it with increasing volume. Right, so that I'm just, if you understand trend structure, you're gonna understand this. You're gonna understand how price should behave. Should, right? So that level held pretty nicely. Ninja Trader, not really, dude. I mean, I'm just gonna stick with with the setup that I have right now. I'm just using one chart, and then like I said yesterday, I have the chart trader right next to it. So that's where I place all the orders, and then I have just one chart right here in my main screen. But all these other screens up here, these are from Thinkorswim. I just really like Thinkorswim, and then I like that I can draw levels on these two, and then it's gonna reflect over to this laptop. You're starting to like it a lot more? Yeah, I don't know if I'll switch over, honestly. I think I really like the setup that I have right now. And that's one of the reasons it's hard for me to let go, because I have access to Bookmap on here. I haven't done my research, but I don't think Ninja Trader offers that. Yeah, same here, dude. But Ninja Trader, it looks like it's a really good platform. I mean, it kind of, actually, no, I'll take that back. I was gonna say it kind of looks like Thinkorswim, but I mean, it looks like a really good platform. I love how responsive it is. I'm just too attached to Thinkorswim right now. You know what I mean? All right, so we're seeing higher highs here. Let's see if see what happens. Oh. I got you. Yeah, it does. It is a pretty simple platform, so I do appreciate that. I've actually haven't drawn that all that much. What's this? Equi volume. Huh. It's kind of interesting. Yo, have you ever messed with the equivolume candlesticks? It's an option on NinjaTrader. So you can change your candlesticks to equivolume. Now, from what it seems like, the candlesticks get thicker the more volume that goes through. No, it's a type of candlestick. So you know how there's Heikin-Ashi candles, there's box candles. Yeah, so I clicked on this equivolume one and it seems pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. I wonder if they have order blocks on here. That is one thing that I want to look through are the indicators on NinjaTrader. I want to see what they offer. Order flow. I'll check it out right now, dude. Kanye. That's all I. It's the first thing I notice. That looks pretty clean, dude. I like the color of the candlesticks. Volume up or down? I want to know what that is. What is that? Oh, is that just the volume bars? That's probably just the volume bars, huh? I see you got VWAP, drawing tool tile, drawing tool. Nice. I see you got the 21 EMA on there. That's a banger. They stress you out. My bad, dog. I didn't know they stressed you out. The green and the red. I know, yeah, I've heard a lot of people change the colors just because apparently the green and the red stress you out, but I only get stressed out when that shit goes against me. I don't care what color it is. If it's going against me, that shit stresses me out. Yeah. So it looks like that 4187 level did hold pretty nicely. And now we're at 202. Oh man. Yeah, no, for sure. It's definitely psychological or physiological. I think you meant psychological, or maybe both. Shit, physiological and psychological. Man, just I'm just thinking to myself like you really just have to put risk on the table. You won't know for sure what price is gonna do. Like I was so concerned about 4173, 4180, like that was gonna act as resistance, right? I was looking out for those levels and I was expecting a downturn, but instead I should be looking at what price has already done. Because like I said, this 4171 level, this 4171 level, this was my setup. That's my setup right there. Right, but I didn't put risk on the table because I was anticipating price to reject off of the levels here. This is not so much my setup. It doesn't look like it, but it's something that I did call out. Like 4188, 4187 was gonna buyers were gonna try to defend that. But this right here, that's the setup right there. It looks it looks amazing in the 5 minute. There it is. Broke past the immediate retest, but also concerned about these higher levels acting as resistance that I chose not to take it. But man, it's just tough because when you when you do decide to take it, then you have these levels that turn price against you, and then when you don't take it, it seems like it works. It's just like it's really like you said, it's all psychological. So with that said, I think one of the things that I have to work on is instead of anticipating or trying to predict what's going to happen next, let me just work off the levels that are already that have already been presented to you. Like work off of that. Don't try to, because like I said earlier, levels are meant to be broken. So all these levels, they're meant to be broken. At some point, they're gonna be broken, and today happened to be that day. They were broken, and we've had such a nice rally to the upside. Man, Monday's Memorial Day. Back when I was in school, I would have been super excited, like, yes, no school on Monday, baby. But now I'm just like, damn, market's closed. I don't know if it's happened to you, but ever since I started trading, my whole entire perspective on the week and the weekend have changed dramatically. Like now, I don't really look forward to weekends. I'm looking forward to Monday. Well, except for this Monday, but and I know it's good to get off the charts. You know, the market isn't everything. Okay, life over market, but I just really love to do this, man. Like if I don't know what else I'd be doing in the mornings, I'd probably still be in bed right now, waking up maybe around. I'm an early bird. I wake up like around 7. Before I started trading, I would wake up like around 7, no later than 8. Um, but ever since I started trading, like I got to it. I would do like I was waking up at 6 at one point, and then I'm like, nah, you know what? Let me wake up at 5, and now I just have my whole morning routine. Get up, cold shower in the morning. I feel like that just wakes me up. Right after that, I do a little bit of mobility, just for like 10 minutes, kind of get some blood flowing, and then I hop on the charts. So I think 5 is a really good time if you're working with Pacific time. If you're, uh, man, if I was out in the East, man, I would be I'd be chilling. I'd probably be still waking up at the same time, but before the market opened, I could get a workout in. I could eat breakfast. Like I could do so many things before, and then hop on. Right? That'd be different. I would definitely appreciate that. So pretty strong rejection up here, 207. Damn, that was a 20-point move. God damn. I mean, I can't say the market hasn't done anything. It's definitely presented some opportunities here. They're just slipping right through. They're slipping right through my hands. All these opportunities. Man, I've been seeing so many people run up a huge bag on Nvidia. That's that's amazing, honestly. Huge bag on Nvidia. That's gonna be the next move. Like right after, once I start seeing a little more consistency with this, with just trading off of SPY and ES, and we get funded. Once we start making some pretty good money, I'm gonna be throwing money into long term portfolio and doing some options too on several different companies, some leaps. That's the play, man. Like if you know how to invest, you know how to put your money to work, and you're chilling. And what we're doing right now is, in my opinion, the most difficult part. Knowing how to read candlesticks, understanding context, understanding momentum, direction, like this, and this is like the meat and potatoes of investing. Like if you know how to do this, you'll be straight. Because I think the most important thing is not what you invest in. Well, I don't want to I don't want to discount that. I think knowing what to investing is important, but knowing at what price to get in is so much more important. And as technical traders, we understand areas of high interest. We know where to get in, we know where to get out, right? So if you have the two, if you know what to invest in, and honestly, like we know what to invest in Nvidia, right? Like that's the number one player in the AI chips or AI and chips. Um, right? Apple is another great company. Like all these companies, all these big companies, like it's a no-brainer, right? We know what to invest in. A lot of people just don't know what levels at what price to get in. You can do a cost basis, right? You can just invest every month. But if you really want to maximize your returns, you're gonna wait for those pullbacks. You're gonna trade options, right? So this is it right here, man. Learn how to identify levels of high interest, supply and demand zones, resistance and support. Because once you know how to break down a chart, you could break down any chart. It it may behave differently, right? But it's still the same principle. Supply and demand runs across all markets. I'm gonna leave you on that note. I'm gonna go make myself some tea. I'll be back in a few minutes. let's get to it. Later, dude. Alright, for anyone that's still here, I definitely don't want to go long here. I don't see any opportunities, and it's still a little too early to go short. So we're just gonna let the market develop, see if it can offer an opportunity to the downside. Actually, you know what? Let me see if cameras. What was I gonna do?
After 10 o'clock, and it's been working out. It's insane